I guess the only thing to note quickly is whether or not when this video comes out, you the viewer, are able to immediately watch it, because I could be, for all I know, as we get a Zol Curious birthmark, is that I'm posting videos and then you watch the video like 18 hours actually after uploaded. I guess that's the curious question for today. Basically, when you are watching the videos after I upload them. Is it an hour? Is it an hour after I upload? Is it, 18 hours? So actually you went to sleep beforehand? It's just a curious question. But let's see. Was it Curious Birth? I think I'm just gonna say Curious Birthmark. I already forget. No, that's what I get for trying to remember things. But as we get into, I know the god. As we get into a Zol Curious Birthmark, at this point I'm also just kind of sitting back, and hopefully I can get on, because there's something I'm stuck on in game development, and it's a mechanical thing. As we get Charisma, Knowledge, Second Mystery, Second Encounter, Takshisan, and maybe a Strength check. We're gonna go for ally attack though, so hopefully we only lose 3 stamina, could lose 6, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm at a kind of decisive point in game development. Again, it's really the only thing I get to talk. One of the main things I talk about, unless there's something fun. Actually, you know what? I do have notes, and I always forget, because while I'm going about my day, I'm like, oh, there's something I could talk about for World of War, as we get Kana, Ramen, Ward, Madness, and Orphan. I don't remember what happens in Madness, but I do know we could... No, actually, we need to take Kana first. So, the first question is, can I run? The second question is, what is our Misery Parasite? And the third question is whether or not we run into a lot of enemies before we get to do more Kana things. We still want to prepare, and we do have the Crestfallen Mask, so I can afford to run away pretty much twice in the run. The only quote-unquote downside to starting with the Crestfallen Mask is that when you fight Akamanto, yeah, you can't use a second Crestfallen Mask. But, I mean, maybe, because I can't remember if you can sell it. Yeah, you can sell it, so if nothing else, it's usually going to be 1 funds, but hey. But yeah, just off the top, let's see if I can how well I'll autopilot this video. But, yeah, I'm at a decisive point in game development, so just to focus on that for a moment, without tangenting too much, is that I'm deciding, because so there's one example of a mechanic that I've implemented in Little Kitten, that's the game, if you didn't know, but as we could fight this, yeah, let's fight this. It's that when you are playing as a certain character, there's a chance, as you're interacting, depending on the circumstances, let's just say, of basically you hear footsteps, and so you have to make a decision based on what you were doing at the time to basically... I mean, I could go a bit. It's not like it's going to be too bad. It's not like where I'm really spoiling anything, but you have to basically rearrange things back the way they were based on the footsteps you hear. And they get louder and louder as they just get louder as you're running out of time, because obviously someone's approaching, and so you want to make sure nothing's out of order. And that's all I have to say on that. But basically, this is what I forgot, by the way, I was supposed to grab... I can grab Kana here. I made a mistake. So I was supposed to grab allies before this. Now my ally attack is going to be a lot less effective, because I will be able to get... I'm not going to be able to get as many allies as I thought. Which is kind of fine for the moment, but I also need to grab the hospital pass. I thought, oh, this thing is automatic. But that's what I'm having trouble with. So it's not that mechanic specifically that I'm having a problem with. It's another one that I've decided... I mean, at this point, I am around my 50% mark. I've been really slow at development because I'm doing a lot of playing. Again, the game in total is not meant to be a long game, which means that reaching like 25%, 50% of my, assumed development process... It's not as much as you might think, but it's still very important because I still want to have a tight, focused game as we enter, we'll enter Madness. Please don't lock me out of any locations. Okay, good. But out of curiosity, so we're going to try to recruit, never mind. Out of curiosity, let's see if we can grab 2. I'm pretty sure you can't, right? Yeah, you can't. For those who don't know, you can only recruit students up to 3 total allies. After you have at least 3 allies, you cannot recruit any more students, which is the problem I'm having here. Lose 1 strength. You know what? I could have actually replaced that student because of the strength loss, but we'll grab Iwa instead, and everything will be a bit better. Really should have grabbed the hospital pass first, but it's fine. Again, we have the Crestfallen Mask, so we get to experience some fun times, basically. But yeah, 10 damage per turn is... I would have liked 12 damage, but 10 is definitely serviceable. It's just not the greatest. Shrug. And then we're not going to equip the Crestfallen Mask yet, because there's a chance that we get to do a thing. I forgot what... For some reason, I nearly forgot. Or I thought that the Karakasa Mask allows you to fight ghosts normally. I don't know why I thought that. Someone with like over 1,000, 2,000, maybe even 2,000 hours, if that's possible. I haven't been logging my time, but... And yes, Steam tells you the time, but I'm not playing through Steam, obviously, because I got my copy of World of Horror through itch.io. So, which is interesting to get anyway. I know it's possible... I don't know if this shouldn't be weird or anything, but it's possible to save older versions of World of Horror through... Also, I didn't visit PlayStation yet. It's possible... Please don't be max threat level hospital. It's possible to save older versions of World of Horror if you download World of Horror through itch.io, because obviously once you have a local copy, no one can touch it anymore. But through Steam, I don't know if there's a way to... obviously, you can go up to beta branches, but I don't know if it's possible to revert back. For some reason, I don't remember that much. But as we roll a 12 on Perception and move on with our lives, yeah, I'm just kind of regretting the fact that I only have... Well, say only, but we have 6. Also, this is a ghost enemy, so we do have a bit of an issue here, because we only get to do 4 damage per sever. We do get to do 4 sever kicks, which is interesting, but if we had 4 knowledge, and we didn't even get to level up yet, which is part of the problem, but, I think I just have to take this in the face. Do we even survive this, actually? I probably have to toss funds at this now. Not that it matters too much. Could sell the Crestfallen Mask. I don't know if I get to. I know I have to throw an offering at this. Do I even survive this? I can trade off 2 reason for 1 stamina, but... we'll do this for the moment and see. Oh, yeah, 3 knowledge. Keep in mind, again, I did not get the chance to increase my... increase my knowledge myself. A knowledge student would have been helpful, but obviously that didn't happen, so... Huh. I do get to throw the Karakasa Mask after this, so I do survive, but boy did I take a lot of damage. I think this is the worst I've ever done in a ghost encounter, barring going for the ghost ritual, but that's a different problem entirely. But I think that's the most damage I've ever... No, that's not true. That's not true. I have spent all my HP trying to find the ghost ritual, because it takes you max... No, even with... Yeah, because it takes you 5 attempts to guarantee the ghost ritual if you know what you're doing, but you're still getting slapped 5 times, so... Shrug. Here's hoping that I didn't somehow... Also, I want to increase my charisma, by the way. Here's hoping that that also means that my ghost encounters are bad, but this wouldn't have happened if I weren't finding a ghost last. So basically, I've learned my lesson. Murder is a heck of a thing. Also, we do have the thingamajiggy, so let's equip the Crestfallen Mask now. We're probably not going to get any other thingamajiggies. We can also old coin away that curse if for no other reason than to save on Doom. Due to Azal. But, forgot what I was talking about. Moving on. Oh man, I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but usually while I'm going about my day, whether it's working or just actually doing things or taking care of dogs or things, something of some sort, I do come up with ideas or topics to talk about, because I'm like, oh, that's not bad. Some of them I decide not to talk about because I'm like, eh. But other things like, hey, I've transferred schools when I was a child at least 7 times is something that I could probably normally talk about. I don't feel bad about talking about that. So things of that nature. I'll probably mention that later on because I want to focus for the moment. But let's just take our free donut out and move on. That's a heck of a phrase to say, by the way. But it makes sense in context, I believe. I don't think I get to ally attack twice reliably, but let's see if I'm right about remembering that. No, 40 power, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. We can't even take this in the face, by the way. But if I run away 65% Doom, do I want to gamble here? Ugh. I don't even get to ally attack, I'm pretty sure. With brace? No, I don't. Do I have another recourse? No, I don't. And this is with Kana, by the way. Why are we taking so much damage with Kana by our side, by the way? Well, I guess we do have to run, otherwise we... Nah. You know, what we can do is do so. We'll prep ally attack, but then we'll trade off 2 reason for 1 stamina so we can survive. I'm pretty sure. As we take hallucinations. Why did we get that again? Oh, Curious Birthmark, that's why. So Curious Birthmark immediately... I think I got the curse rule first, right? Out of curiosity. I did. So, pretty much a very bad combination of Curious Birthmark into Azal and immediately curse rule. But, what we can do here, if I really want to go do a thing as a dog is trying to get my attention, yeah, we'll see what happens. No, dog, no! Could gamble on this. Not really any reason to. So let's just handcuff instead. But off I go. Wait, why do I have that again? Oh, ally rule, wasn't it? While worrying about the curse rule, I forgot about the ally rule. Not that we could really change too much, but I really should have avoided that. I forgot about that. So basically, we have to get rid of our allies at the end of this next mystery here. On top of anything else that was slapping me in the face due to the rules. But let's just take Orphan next. We can, funny enough, still survive this run, but it's going to be really, really odd. So we'd rather take the Foredoom. We could still just lose the run here, but for the moment... yeah, we'll see what happens. Another way to look at it is that our Crestfallen Mask has now been nullified by my own mistake. Which is why I can still, funny enough, survive this run. But it's looking really, really bad. Also, I forgot my second encounter as well. So, let's see what happens. Also, yes, I am sitting in a place... I just have to roll on RNG at this point, by the way. I am sitting in a place where dogs can get my attention, which is probably the sound you heard. Another ghost encounter, by the way. This is actually quite bad luck. You usually don't run into more than one... Actually, funny enough, that rule still applies, but... yeah, we can't fight this. We can't fight this. I don't know why I went for a dodge. I was trying to run, but... I'm going crazy. I'm not even tired right now. Let's see. So before the end of this mystery, we need to toss all of our allies, which, funny enough, Paranoia would have been helpful because I think your reason recovers when you do that. But as we sit here, yeah, it's not going to be great. Yeah, it's not going to be great. We need to hope we don't run into any more enemies, which is not going to be which is not going to happen. Wow! We have to run. And there goes all of our strength and everything else. We do get a point of strength back, but that's not going to save me as much as you might think. So, we're going to actually do a lot more. And you can't actually get rid of Kana, so we just have to take the Doom from that. But we also store the thing because we have the thingy-majiggy as well. And we still take 6... Wait, do we? No, we only have 1 fun. So... 2 Doom for 1 fun, 2 Doom for Kana, and 2 Doom because of a curse, question mark? Yeah. So, we've lost. Would we have still lost even with the... You know, we would have because, yeah, we needed the allies to attack. So, with 4 stamina, 5 reason, and me forgetting, well, not really much else to say. I guess we'll move on to our next custom character unless you want to see the custom character that I'm playing again. Ah!